Laika, assis. Assis. Loki, assis. Laika, assis. 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 Laika, assis. Loki, assis. Assis. Bon garçon. Bon garçon. Bonne fille. Hey guys, how's it going? I wish that was the case here. It's so rainy outside. It's not even funny. But it's melting all the snow. So that's good news. You've got it nice and sunny where you are? You're in Ukraine, right? Hey, Briana. So how did you find the video? Laika, on s'assit. Donne la patte, donne la patte. They're always in competition with one another to get the treats. Well, it's not really treats, it's just, oops. Is it my connection that's not too good? I did a test right before and it said everything was fine. Yeah, the tests. That's actually a video we made, I think it was right before or right after Christmas. We were supposed to list it, but at some point we just lost track of it and we kind of dig it out and we decided to post it anyway. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, in Quebec City the main language is French. That's why all the commands are in French. They kind of look at me funny when I talk to them in English. We got this sample at the pet store and I'm just using it as little treats. They think it's really good with chicken. Can't go wrong with chicken. Assis. Yeah, the expensive treats. The free treats. Free treats is the way to go. They just eat so much of them. We're just little samples. They were giving them away, so we took a different kind. Thank you so much, Briana. It's really nice to hear. I'm happy you liked it. We got all kinds of little toys for them at the pet store, and most of them they didn't do today. Like they've been broken like an hour afterwards. Hey Donna, how's it going? The pups are doing fine. We're actually giving them a little tastes of some free sample treats. Well, actually, it's samples of food they were giving away at the pet store when we went to buy them some toys. It's the blue buffalo wilderness with chicken. They seem to really enjoy it. We also got them a new Kong. So I already filled it up with some peanut butter. And we'll see. We got our little peanut butter inspector. You want some of that? I didn't put too much because I don't want to get the carpet all messy, but just enough to make them work a little for it. There's a couple of treats stuck in there too. It's pretty late. Kansas City. Is that in Illinois? I'm not really good with my US states, sorry. Oh, looks like you found a treat. Missouri. Is that more, that's out west, right? Or is it center? Little sweetie. Looks like you got yourself a nice little technique there. Just holding it up. Western, yeah, that's what I thought. You want some of that action? Did you move because of work, or was it like a family thing, or? Yeah, they absolutely hate the rain. We went outside just before the live get them to do another round of pee and oh, she's going for the treats. And yeah, Laika and Loki were doing their business very fast, as fast as possible, just to get back in. Laika, you never go on the couch. You want some treats? I got something else for her. I don't know if she's gonna like it. It's this new product they were giving away, like testing. Oh, you mean in California? Is it like an area thing, or is it really like everywhere? No more. There's no more. They're all hyper because of the treats. They think they're gonna get treats all day now. Looking, is there something they've missed? Yeah, I guess that's bad. I wouldn't really know. I've never lived in an area with that kind of problem, but I'm pretty sure it's not very it's not a very good thing to do. There you go. There you go. It's so funny how they try to twist themselves instead of twisting the Kong. It's like they haven't figured that thing out. And Loki's just waiting his turn. It's funny, I never really paid attention to the Kong toys. The only really one, the real one I've ever had is this one. It's the same material. It's really like we've had this for 2 or 3 years and there's not even a dent in it. They're really sturdy. And even with Loki's baby teeth, he can go through them. Not even go past like a little chunk or anything. So we decided to go and try the standard model, and they seem to like it pretty much. I've seen some videos of people putting a rope in it
and hanging it to a tree to make it even harder to get what's inside.
Your wolf dog can? He must have quite a bite. When you say wolf dog, is it really like a hybrid? Like a half husky, half wolf? She's a Czech wolf dog. I'm not familiar with that breed. I'm gonna look it up later on. She's really beautiful. She really looks like a like I think it's a red wolf. Western, or the ones you see in the in the prairies and in the US. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Looks like there's no more in it. Oh. Carpathian wolf. It's the Christina. Hi, how's it going? Um the live has been going on for about 15 minutes or so. Not so long. Hey Onyx, how's it going? How's your Sunday? Looks like Leica's been going on with that Kong long enough, and there's no more peanut butter to go around. Yeah, actually, we wanted to buy two, but then we figured out it's gonna be a lot more exercise for them if they fight for the Kong, or well, not fight, but like try to get each other's Kong. Anyway, whatever we buy, if there's two of them, the only one they want is the one the other one has. So I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but everything we buy in two exemplaries, one is almost never used and the other one is overused. Yeah, it's pretty shitty outside. Sorry for the language. It's raining, it's pouring. I don't know if you guys can see it, but it's really good for the snow. Like, we're maybe gonna get rid of it at some point. But yeah, Laika and Loki hate the rain. They really don't like it. They go 1 second outside and they're already complaining, and they want to do whatever they're there to do and just get inside ASAP. Really, Onyx really likes the rain. That's crazy. Oh my god. You guys are killing me. With your nice weather and your walks on the beach, and this is like completely the opposite I've got beaches of snow, a frozen lake. They kind of like it. I've had my share for this year. I'm ready for some nice shiny weather and some hot weather. It's actually pretty warm outside. It's I think it's 7 degrees Celsius. I think it's the highest we've had so far. It's supposed to be a hot week, and we might get rid of I'd say a quarter of our snow during the week. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Oh yeah. You guys are enjoying some some nice little dinner. Not dinner, but like an afternoon snack. Laika, easy. Easy. Laika. Oh yeah. I know it makes me hungry. Sometimes I prepare some like leftover chicken and beef and stuff like that, and I'm like, wow, I should have done this after supper, not before. I've got nothing in my hands. There's nothing. What is the best you for them? I'm not sure I understand. The best food? Best toys? Um, Usually, like, they're scattered a little everywhere, but the balls are a really big hit. We've got this one, it's really sturdy. You can put little treats in them and kind of play with them all the time. Loki is a big fan of all the little balls. We've got another one scattered over here. This is actually one of our friends has a little kids, and they brought some toy kids, and at some point at some point Laika just started playing with the ball, and they decided to uh, let Laika have it, and they left it here. So this was actually this is actually a kid's toy with a Caillou is like a cartoon character here in Quebec City. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but it's still going. It's still going strong. It's not broken or anything. And there's the tennis ball, but it's probably under the couch. Let's see. There it is. Oh, we've got another one too. This one's actually a new one. It's supposed to be good for the teeth. Like it helps with brushing teeth and whatnot. We'll see. Anyway, they get their teeth brushed, so it's not much of an issue. Loki just can't get enough of them. He just hoards all of his balls and just tastes one, tastes the other. Such a cutie. He tends to try to eat the fur on the tennis ball. Uh-oh. Look at this little jealous little guy. You've got everything you could ever want, but you always want what you don't have. I hope it's gonna stop raining at some point. They're gonna need a little more exercise than just playing around and doing some tricks. Yeah, that's exactly how it is with them. The grass is always greener on the other side. Whatever side they're on. Because Laika's gonna want what Loki has, and Loki wants what Laika has. So there's no real point in buying two, if anything. They're just gonna switch. We had, what was it? I think it was, I think it was a kind of a bone, rolled up bone or some of some sort. My sister bought the dogs these bones for Christmas, and they would each chew on their bone, and they would see the other one chewing on their bone, and they would just stop, go over to the other one, start chewing, stealing and chewing their bone, and then the other one would go on the other side, and they would just switch like that, like for over an hour. And they do the same thing with my sister's dog, Fendi. It's always the same thing. But Fendi's a little wiser. She doesn't really want to chew on anything. She just wants to tease them and show them that she's got something they don't have. What do you got, you little ball hoarder? You want this? Go get it. Ramène la balle. Loki. No more peanut butter. I'm sticking with my ball. Like. Like. Don't put it under the couch. Like everything's under the couch now. Yes, of course. Thanks for passing by. Have a great day. Hey, Briana. Hope your mom's doing fine. Ooh, it's chilly under here. It's the... Gotta set this off. It was what's going on, mom? Not how are you feeling, mom? That's good. It's always better that way. Hey guys, I just wanted to give a little shout out to some of the people who've been really helping us out with the channel. There's Piper the Adventure Dog. These are other YouTube channels. They've posted some shout outs and gave us some recognition, and we're really appreciative of it. Piper the Adventure Dog. There's Scarlet the Adventure Dog. Rocky the A Dog. KD B Vlog. There's also Andy at Dog Dependent, who's been doing some drawings for us, and he's really active on Instagram. They've really helped us to promote our channel and give recognition to the dogs, and we're really appreciative of it. If you've got a chance, you should go and check them out. I'll put the links in the description and all the information you need to go and check it out. Laika, sur le siège, sur les divans. Laika, sur les divans. Oui, bonne fille. Oh. She always crosses her legs like a little lady. Look at this young man. This young man. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Oh, yeah. Oh, it's a good boy. Oh, you want to taste? This is what it tastes like. Oh, yeah. He's such a cuddle monster. He just leaps in bed and wants to get cuddles and presses himself against you, so you know he's there. God bless you. That's a big snoozy. You want some too? Yeah. It's a good girl. Who's a good girl? Not bad. Lucky. Who's a good girl? Hey Aditi, Arya. How's it going? Laika says hi. Oh, by the way, some of you have been asking us if we have like a mailing address or a P.O Box. We just took care of that. Well, actually, we took care of that last week, but so it's we've added it to the rest of our information in the description. So if you want to send a little letter or some treats or whatever, like Laika and Loki will definitely appreciate it, and we'll give a huge shout out to everybody who's been who's been kind enough to send something. Look at this guy. You're not gonna get through to it.
It's indestructible. So he's got the Kong, 3 balls. He's got another one there. He's got his big ball over here.
This is more like a throwing around. He just grabs it and just shakes it like there's no tomorrow. Laika likes more the squeaky toys, but the problem with the squeaky ones is they break really easily, and Loki just goes through them like there's no tomorrow, and not even that an hour after we get them, they are completely ripped and in pieces. There's no point in keeping them. What are you looking for? Laika, what are you looking for? There's nothing. Or is there?
Nope, nothing. Nothing.
What are you looking for? You want something to eat? You want a treat? Okay, hit that. Oh, almost fell. Stepped on that thing. Into the dog vault. Unfortunately, Laika cannot have any puppies anymore. She was operated, so she's been sterilized. Loki still has all the equipment, but at some point we're gonna neuter him too. Assis. Good boy. Laika. Donne la patte. Donne la patte. Good girl. L'autre patte. L'autre patte. L'autre patte. Oui. Couché. There you go. Spade, yeah. I don't know why I don't seem to be able to remember that word. I know it starts with S, but I was like, I'm not gonna say anything stupid on on YouTube. Spade. That's the female word for neutered, right? Sterilized. The weather is terrible. It's raining. I went outside for them to do a little number 1 and number 2, and I got back inside, and it's like I just came out of the shower. I was completely wet. But it's taking care of the snow. Like it's all melting, which is really great because I'm sick of it. All the roads are icy. It's not really most of the trails in the woods are packed snow. So with the warmer weather, it's all getting mushy, and you go through the snow, and you can't really walk outside. You can't do really anything. Everything is melting. It's raining. It's almost always rain. It's spring in Canada is the worst season. It's not even pretty. Loki's a speed eater. He always thinks if he eats it fast enough, he's gonna get more. No, I've never been to India. My wife would really want to go at some point. It's always a little complicated to do these trips. Like if you leave for a couple of days, for a week, there's no problem. Like I can always leave the dogs with a friend or a family member. But I think if you go, like if we'd go to India or Asia or like somewhere where it's at least I don't know, I'd say maybe what, a 16 or 18-hour flight, something like that, maybe less. I'm really not sure, but it's so far. You really can't stay there for a couple of days. You have to stay at least for 2 or 3 weeks, I'd guess. and there's so much to see. Like you don't want to be rushing from one point to another and just like like doing a speedy vacation. Like you want to enjoy yourself, you want to learn stuff, you want to soak in with the culture, and that's the point where it gets a little complicated with dogs. Like we have to find somewhere where they're going to be happy, they're going to be well taken care of, and like it's like there are people who do it, but it's kind of expensive. Like there's this company, they come at home, like the people, they live in your home, and like the dogs are going to be in their own environment, they're going to do their own thing. It's like nothing changed, but except of being us, it's going to be other people. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm comfortable having like a stranger in my things and living in my house and sleeping in my bed. But what was that? Was that like a power bar? You guys are all pumped now? Want to fight each other? Huh? You want to fight each other? You want to fight? You want to fight? I'll fight you. Fight me, bro. Loki, hit that. Oh, that's nothing. That was just like a little, a little skirmish. Sometimes they really go at it. It's sometimes, I wouldn't say frightening, but their intensity is really up there. I think it's slowly becoming a struggle for power. Well, to be the dominant one. Because Laika's been spayed and Loki still has all the equipment. He's got his hormones going through the roof. Oh, she went to get the Kong back. Oh yeah, they really love each other. It's not that they don't love each other. It's that at some point they have to determine a certain hierarchy, and for now Laika is the alpha, but slowly Loki is kind of trying to take her position. I know, big girl. As soon as it stops a little, we're gonna go outside. Don't worry, I got you. That look. Can we please go outside? I know. I know. Laika's a little sad. She wants to go outside. But it's as soon as I get her all ready to go outside, she's gonna get a little wet and she's gonna do her face that, well, I had enough. Let's go back inside. And we're gonna be doing that all day, so we're just gonna wait. You guys are gonna have to play together. That's her spot. She can see outside. It's nice and cool near the window. She has a good point of view on what Loki and what we're doing in the living room.
He's going at it with his back teeth. Loki, no. Hey. No. He's trying to eat the carpet. He's been doing it at a couple of places, and the fiber is all coming out like this. What are you gonna do? Yeah, that, and he's been chewing on these, like these parts here. If you have a husky, don't buy these carpets. He's been pooping and throwing up these little pieces of carpet since we got him. Laika never got any interest in him, but she was already an adult and trained and whatnot when we got the carpet. But Loki's been destroying this carpet. Loki? Loki, you're such a beautiful young man. Yeah, we've been starting to look at new carpet options, but at some point we want to repaint and we want to change it up a little bit. Like, we think this tile is horrendous and we just want to change it up, but we're gonna need a little more money for that. It's kind of expensive to do the counters, to do the whole thing. Like, there's no point in just doing just the paint and everything else doesn't match. So when we're gonna be there, we're gonna choose a new carpet accordingly. No rush. We're gonna wait till Loki is a little older and is gonna stop chewing on everything. No point buying new stuff if he's gonna destroy it. It's just wasting money. And it's still in pretty good shape. Like, I see it because like I clean it and I take care of the house and whatnot, but like if you've never been here or you just see it on camera, it doesn't really show. Thanks a lot, man. I'm crossing my fingers. At some point, he's gonna be a little more reasonable. You think I'm tasty? Hmm? I got your paws. You've got 6 at home. Wow. That must be a pretty big challenge. You mean your cat was eating everything? Chewing on carpets and stuff like that? I think pretty much every pet owner is gonna have the same kind of stories about how at some point some stuff has been like scratched or chewed or peed on or vomited on or whatever. And I think that's just part of the game. If you're not willing to go through those things, I think you're not ready to have a pet. It's pretty much the same thing with kids, I think. Like, I don't think kids are good for keeping things nice and tidy and unscraved, but it's part of the deal. You've got all those dogs and the cat runs the house. That's pretty funny. Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, scratching the belly with the feet. Yeah, Loki likes it. Laika's always like a little skeptical. Like she's not sure what I'm doing with my feet. Two cats. Well, two cats. I've never owned a cat. I've had roommates who had cats, and they are special beasts. Like they're very kind of like well, the ones I've had contact with are like a little had the Jekyll and Hyde kind of personality. They want affection, and at some point they're like, no, and they start biting you and being a little more aggressive, and then flee. So I can see why they would run the show at home. That must be pretty fun to watch. I'm always amazed how they say like cats and dogs don't get along and all that stuff, but in the end, like you always imagine that because the dog is bigger and stronger, he's gonna be the one that comes out dominant. But most of the cases I've heard, which dogs and cats coexist, the cat is usually the dominant one. In that case, is is the cat Rocky or is it the dogs? Because the usually the way it works in the Rocky movies is Rocky gets a beating for like an hour and a half, and then the last 15 minutes is he just dominates the opponent. What's up, boy? Let's see. Have you made a dent? Is there anything wrong with this thing? It's pretty sturdy. You may proceed. What kind of cat was that? Um, Peanut butter. Yeah, they love it too.
add a little flavor. Oh, Briana, I'm so sorry. What a terrible date to do it. At least he's not suffering anymore. I think that's important. How old was your cat when you had to put him down? $10 old. It's not very old for a cat, but he still had a full life, I think. Like it's not like he was very young or nothing. Leica, you don't want to share? You don't want to get some of that? Here you go. Hey Rex and Sky in the city. How's it going? How's the weather where you are? Are you getting some nice some sunshine, or is it like me? You're getting the rainy treatment. Yeah, I know what you mean, Briana. Oh my God. You guys are killing me. Everybody's got sunshine except me. I guess I'm gonna have to live with it for a couple of months. Usually, this time of the year, it's raining nonstop. I'd say till the start of May or the mid of May. Loki just turned 7 months old. It's nice and warm outside. It's just rainy and depressing. You mean so he's two? You mean in human years? Oh, 2 months older than Nico.
How is Nico? He must be getting pretty big. Did you weigh him recently? Do you know how much he weighs? Loki. 48. Wow, he's a big boy. Loki is 2 months older, and he's 43. So Nico's gonna be a lot bigger than Loki, I think. $48. That's huge. Leica's 48. Look at this. That means your little baby puppy, your 5-month-old puppy, is just as heavy as my 4-year-old dog. That's crazy. I'm guessing Loki's gonna be shooting in the 55, somewhere around that weight. But if Nico's already 48, he's gonna be past 60, I think 60, 65, something like that. Wow, 70. Yeah, he might be just as big. Is Nico a pure Siberian Husky or is he a mix? Your male is 60 and his son is 65. Those are big dogs. This is actually this is my first male, so I don't have really any real experience. All the females I had are were 55 and below. He's a pure Siberian, so he was really big. He's gonna be a really big boy. But Loki's parents were kind of smallish, so I don't know. Like I hope he's gonna be at least as big as Leica, like in height, but maybe a little heavier on the weight side. But I don't know. Like I've had a lot of people stopping us and asking about the dogs and saying, "Oh yeah, thinking that Loki's the female and Laika's the male because of the height and the weight." But I don't know. I hope he's gonna be a big boy. Yeah, the vet here told us that Loki was going to be around 55, maybe 60, maybe. I think it always depends on the parents. But like I said, like the parent Loki's parents were a little on the smaller side, so I'm not sure about the 60. Hey, no chewing the cell phone. Yeah, Loki's parents were a little small, so I'm not sure he's gonna be 60. Hey, bye, Briana. Have a good end of the Saturday night, Sunday night. Sorry, Saturday. Wow, I'm living in the past. Yeah, both of their parents, Laika and Loki, were sled dogs, Siberian Husky sled dogs. Um, Laika's dad and Loki's mom were from the same, not litter, but they were brothers and sisters, so they're cousins. Laika and Loki are cousins, just a couple of years apart. He's really going for that Kong. He really likes it. I think it's the perfect toy for Loki because it makes him work for a little bit of food because he's a little piggy and he just loves food. And it's really close to a ball and he's just absolutely crazy about balls. He's got some everywhere. I think he's got another one, yeah, right here. Another one right here. He just loves playing with those things. Laika plays fetch. Like I can throw her the ball and she's gonna go get it and bring it back, and we can do that for a while, but only with balls. Like she won't do it with a branch or anything else. Loki's really into going like running after the ball if I throw it, but he's not big on bringing it back. He's just gonna go and get it, and wherever it lands, he's gonna play with it over there. So I have to go get it in my hand, throw it again, and repeat. But at some point, I just get tired of running after the ball that I've thrown myself. So, but I guess with some practice. Hey, no, no. Loki's just tearing this carpet apart. He's pulling out the threads like this. Like he does this everywhere. Yeah. That's pretty much why I don't do it so much with Loki, because I feel like he's training me and I'm not going to stand for it. Loki, you took care of all that peanut butter? Is there any left? Oh, pretty clean. You did a good job. Good job, bro. You've got 4 boys at home. Do they mark their territory inside the house? Question. All right, Briana. Have a great day. Uh, Thanks for stopping by, and we'll talk to you guys later. No, I've never really punished them. Like I've had a lot of advice that there's no point in really punishing a dog. It's just about rewarding like good behavior. and especially with Siberian Huskies, because they're they're stubborn dogs. Like, the fact that they won't listen, even if you punish them, is probably even gonna intensify the fact that, like, they're not gonna listen to you if you're well, mean, or if they don't like the way you treat them. So we've we've been big advocates about positive reinforcements. We just do as, like, we don't acknowledge that they did something wrong, but we're gonna show them what we want them to do, and we will reward them for it. But like we've got a crate for Loki, but just because he's a little destructive when we leave him alone. Laika's never had a crate. It's never had anything like that, and she's been a good girl. She there's no problem with her. But Loki, with his doing his teeth and being a little anxious when we leave, we decided to buy a crate for when we go out. And when I say we go out, I mean, like, we're going out for dinner, or see some friends, or going to catch a movie. Like, never more than 2 or 3 hours, 4 hours, something like that. So it's not an extensive period of time. It's just for a couple of hours. But anyway, like, punishing them, I don't even think I could. Like, I love them too much. They're just two big babies. I can't stay mad at them. uh, yeah, when they're fighting, Amanda, it's kind of like a show of dominance. It's serious in the sense that they really want to know who's the dominant one, but it's not aggressive, as they don't bite each other. They don't. It's all just for show. Most of the time, it's just playing, because Loki is gonna go and bother Laika, and Laika is not even gonna get up. She's just gonna stay on her back and just, like, kind of wiggle around and put her feet on Loki, and Loki's gonna be turning around her, trying to get in the right angle to go and chew on her legs and some stuff like that. But, like, sometimes when like a little earlier in the live, like, they started like, fighting, playing, but it was more of a dominance kind of little play they have. Like, they test each other. Well, actually, it's more Loki testing Leica. The bigger he gets, the more weight he gets, the more he can stand up to her. All right, have a great day. Bye, see you soon. Can't wait to see Nico fully grown. Well, at least a couple of months older. It's so good to see the difference between Loki and Nico. They're so close. Yeah, I hope so. But Nico from Rex and Sky in the City is 2 months younger, and he's already a lot heavier than Loki. So I don't know. Maybe Loki's gonna be big. Maybe he's just gonna be about the same height, but maybe a little heavier. Maybe. It's always hard to know. But um, Rex and Sky in the city, they said he's pure Siberian. There's no reason for me to doubt it. And the traits, like the facial traits, the fur and all that, they really are Siberian. So, I I think it's just because he's gonna be a big boy. And Laika's father was a really big boy. He was almost 70 pounds. He was 66, 67, something like that. And it was during summertime, so he was maybe a little on the leaner side. And he was really big. So, I don't know. It is possible. Loki's parents were a little smaller. Wait for the Husky tumbleweed to start. Oh yeah, it's already starting a little bit. We brushed Leica. Was it yesterday? But it's already starting a little. Got a little bit of fur going on. Not much here. She doesn't like me when I pull it like that. She doesn't mind the brushing, but not so much the. Not so much the pulling. What you got there? Play? You want to play? Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do that. I take out a ton of it when I do the carpet. I just kind of pull it out like this, and like it gives me a decent amount. Like this is the carpet's been done, but there's always a little bit. But when I take it out, like when I do it after a week, like there's just so much I could do. I could make myself another husky with it. And what about? Good boy. Yeah, actually, I completely stopped doing the vacuum cleaner on the carpet. It just doesn't work. It's well, it works, but it's just so much more work than just doing it by hand. I've seen it's kind of like a little how do you call it? Like a little brush you can use, and it pulls out the fur from the carpet. It's kind of like a little broom, but I don't know if it's worth the money, and it was kind of expensive. And I think by hand it does a pretty good job. Hey Kushmangla, how's it going? How's your day so far? Fur everywhere. It's like those memes you see on Facebook and everywhere else on the internet. Robber, somebody being sick, coming back from work, whatever, cheese wrapper or treat opener or bag of chips, and then you see the dog that's like wide awake and just waiting. Like, what do I have in my hand? What is it? What is it? It's absolutely nothing. The look of disappointment. Loki. Loki. Ita. Good boy. Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? Yeah, he's pretty much grown up. I hope he's gonna still get a couple of pounds and get a little taller. Cause he's still not as tall as Leica, but he's almost the same weight. Like he's 43 pounds now. Well, the last time we weighed him when we were at the pet store. I don't know if he's a very good learner. He's a little more stubborn than Leica. Leica was a lot easier to train, but I've heard that males are like that. They're a little harder to train. But no worries. We've got plenty of time, and he's still a little baby. He's a big baby, but he's a baby. What do you think about that? What's your opinion on that, Leica? Loki, what's wrong? You want to go outside too? I know. But it's so rainy outside. You don't even like it. I can see. I can see underneath the snow. This is incredible. I think it's because of all the water that's going down the roof right here. Yeah, they really are. I'm really happy to get along. There's always a little power struggle going on, but it's all fun and games. They're not hurting each other, and they're not too serious about it. So that's fine by me. Anyway, they're dogs. I see how they play with each other and with other dogs at the dog park and when we go see other people. So it's just normal. There's nothing to be afraid about. Boop. Hey Mirka, how's it going? Oh yeah, he sure is. He's a little rascal. Oh, sorry. He's a little rascal. He's always bugging her and trying to play and looking to steal her things. Leica just wants to go outside and have a nice play session. In the snow, or what's left of it. Oh, yeah. Look at this land shark. Ah, no worries, Gail. How's it going? Please don't tell me it's nice and sunny where you are. I'm gonna be so depressed. No, it's all right. It's just that everybody's been asking me what's the what's the weather, and I've been like, well, it's rainy, it's depressing, the snow's melting, but we can't really go outside. Well, not for now. And like everybody's been saying, oh, came back from a nice walk on the beach. It's nice and sunny. The weather's incredible. Blah blah blah. And I'm like, that's Canada for you. Spring is just wet and cold, and it's a couple of months of just not much to do because you can't really do any outdoor sports or walking because everything is either icy or you just go right through the snow. And maybe at the end of April or start of May, we're gonna start having some decent weather. Less rain, no more snow, and maybe we can go do some bike with the dogs and trailing and going in the mountains without being all muddy. We'll see. I hope so. Last year, this kind of temperature just went on and on and on forever. Every year is different. Assis. Bon garçon. What are you doing there? Patna, that's in India, right? Hey, Brian, thanks a lot. They're a little bummed because it's raining outside, and we haven't been able to go out for a walk. They really hate when it's raining. Like, we went for the basics to do number 1 and number 2, but as soon as it was done, they were pulling me back inside. Yeah, the doggies are really like summer. During the summertime, we go to the cottage. They can run around in the woods. It's really awesome. I'm really excited to show show Loki the cottage so he can go outside and play wild and just no fences, no nothing to be worried about. There's no cars. Oh, hey Gail, you used the super chat, right? We just installed that. We it's the first time I've seen it. Thanks a lot. That's really cool. Loki, what do you think about that? You want to say something to Gail? What do you say? What do you say? What do you say? That's right. Big kisses. Big kisses to Gail. It's gonna be really cool this summer too. Can't wait to make videos about the dogs at the cottage, at the lake. Well, we've got all that stuff here, but like because there's so much people, we can't really let them roam around freely. But at the cottage, there is absolutely no one. Like there's us, and that's it. We're in the mountains. It's an old cottage, like a wooden cottage, and we only use it during the summer. But like basically 6 a.m. in the morning, Laika just knows it's early enough for her to go outside, so she just wakes me up. I get up, open the door, and she just goes running after squirrels, birds, doing her thing. And when I would get up a little later, uh, she's just on the porch, just chilling, and she just basically spends the whole day outside, from 6 to 9 or 10, depending on what time it is. We gotta close the doors and go to bed or whatever. That's a super chat. It's um, I've got to say I'm not really sure how it works, how you guys can use it, but it highlights like a message um, during the live streams, and I think you have to pay for it. Like there's a certain amounts you can give, or like I said, not too sure about that. I've never used it myself, but I've read about it before activating it, and yeah, seems like it's going on. If you guys want to know more about it, there's a bunch of videos online where you can learn how to use it and what it does, and if you want to use it for your channels, if you have YouTube channels. If you don't know, we're pretty we're pretty new at this, so everything is almost everything we do is like a first trial, and we're we're learning at the same time as you. So if there's something we're not doing right or we should change, don't be afraid to tell us. We're here to improve, and we do appreciate your feedback. So positive, negative, whatever. Like I think all feedback is good feedback. Laika is unflexed by the ball. Loki just goes wild for it. Loki. Loki. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Give me the ball. Great catch. This is Loki's chair. Loki sleeps on this one, and Laika sleeps on this one. I get up in the morning and Laika's all curled up on this chair. Only one eye open, or anyway, I can only see one, and she's just looking at me like, "Is it time? Are we gonna go outside for a nice little like woozy?" They're so quiet right now. It's kind of funny. Usually they're all anxious to go outside, and I don't know if they just understand that it's raining and that it's not really possible. Well, it is possible, but they're not going to enjoy it. I know Laika is. Laika, she definitely knows it. But Loki's just been like going at it with his balls, with his other toys, looking for treats, trying to interact with Laika, but that's pretty much all he can do. It's a rainy day, and that's all there is to it. Yeah, I can give them some treats. We started with some treats earlier. Like actually, we tried these. These are good for teeth. So I think we're gonna stay with just one for today each. But we've got these things. These are samples we got at the pet store. They really seem to like them. Chicken flavor, blue buffalo. Laika, I see. Loki just doesn't want. I've got to say, sometimes I think they're just so keen to not letting the other one have the treat that's meant for them. I think they're gonna go bite my hand off. But they're really gentle about it. It's just they're just so active, like it, they're just everywhere. Laika, here you go, girl. Now that you're all pumped up, let's go. Let's go play with some balls. That's his new ball. It's supposed to be good for the teeth. It's got all these kind of wedges and thingies to get some plaque off. He's not really been playing that much with it, and Laika's been paying no attention. Thank you so much, Brian. Loki's favorite ball is really the old tennis ball. He loves that thing. I think it might be because it's all worn out and stinky. Laika's favorite toys are all the squeaky toys, the ones that make noise. But the thing is, they don't last very long. As soon as she or Laika or Loki starts ripping them through, they uh, they they fall apart. The squeaky little the little squeaky thing just gets ripped out. All the stuffing gets ripped out, or the materials are shred to pieces, and usually they last maybe an hour and a half. Laika is a little gentler with the toys, but Loki is just way too aggressive. Hey Jolo, comment ça va? Comment ça va is French for how is it going? Yes, we do. It's gonna be in our profile. Anyway, we added it to for the description of the channel, and like with the wish list and all that stuff. We added it. It was done last week. You can also find the address in our community. I've added it to the community, so like all the information is there. It's a P.O Box and nothing really special, but like a lot of you guys have been asking if you could send some drawings, some cards, some treats. So we took care of it. It is done. Oh. Yes, I would like a nice licking. Good girl. Who's a good girl? I'm gonna try putting some of those buffalo treats in this ball. See if it gets their juice flowing. No point in using collars. They have microchips, and when we go outside, they're always they're always wearing a harness. Wrong hole. Well, I guess it's gonna be this one. When we're outside, they always have their harness. They always have a form of identification. But inside, there's no point in it. It's I don't imagine it must be very comfortable for them. So that's the main reason we don't use it on them. When Loki was still a pup, I'm sorry. This is for humans only. Yeah. Um, they they are pullers. They pull a lot, so that's why we use harnesses. It's not as hard on their necks and their throats, so that's the reason why we use harnesses. Oh, incoming call. But yeah, I think it's more about comfort. And when Loki was still a little puppy, and we had to take him outside every 20 or 30 minutes, we just kept the harness on, just because it was just a hassle to take it off, put it on, take it off, put it on, and sometimes just the fact of he had to go really fast, and the extra 2 or 3 minutes it took to put the harness on him, uh, sometimes he just went on the floor. So we decided to keep it on him as long as he was active during the day, and we took it out, took it off him when it was time to go to bed at night. But now that he's a big boy and he can hold it for as long as it needs to go outside, there's no point in having something uncomfortable on him. Same thing for Leica. Really, that's so funny. He really likes it, or maybe he has an association that if he has the collar, he's gonna be able to go outside or go for a walk. It's the same thing for us. When we go outside, when we prepare to go outside, and whenever I come over here and I start jiggling all this stuff, like they know it's gonna be time to go outside. Look, she's already looking at me and waiting for me to do something. But they know we're going out for a walk, or we're going out for a ride in the car, or we're gonna do something. Because I'd say 99% of the time when we're going out or we're doing something with the dogs. So they're a big part of our daily routine and the activities we do every day. No dogs left behind, except when we go to the movies. No dogs allowed. Boop. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. Wow, I'm low on power. I'm sorry, everybody. The My cell phone is losing power. I guess we're gonna end this right here before it cuts again. I'm really happy you could all join us today. It was really nice to have you guys with us and see the dogs. I know it wasn't really the best day for them, so at least to have some interaction was better than nothing. I hope you guys have a great Sunday and enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you had a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Have a great one. All right, bye guys.